Most expensive screenplays. A screenplay or script is the creation of screenwriters. Screenplays can be written for movies or television programs based on adaptations from already existing literary works or even maybe original works. They can also be based on earlier screenplays with newer twists and difference. Screenplays include movements, actions, dialogues and expressions of characters among other narrations. Screenplay may be spec or commissioned, and presently screenwriting softwares are there to help screenplay writers write screenplays. Writing screenplays can be also described as the most popular pastime on a global scale, as every other person seems to be engrossed in developing the next biggest blockbuster screenplay. Here are some of the most expensive screenplays till date. Price $2.5 million used. Priced at $2.5 million used. A Knight's Tale is definitely one of the most expensive screenplays ever to be written. It was written by Academy Award winner Brian Helgeland. This comedy-adventure film was also directed and produced by Brian Helgeland. Thought the title of the movie or the screenplay derives its name from The Knight's Tale by Chaucer in his Canterbury Tales, but the story or the plot is not so similar. The story revolves around William Thatcher, a peasant masquerading as a knight. He poses as a knight and with his companions participates in tournaments, wins friendship of historical figures and accolades also. Price $2.75 million used. Mozart and the Whale is a romantic comedy whose screenplay was written by Ronald Bass and was priced at $2.75 million used. The film was also released as Crazy in Love in some parts of Europe. The theme of the story revolves around the emotional dysfunctions of two lovebirds suffering from Asperger's syndrome. The story is highly romantic and also gives us an insight to the feelings and lives of people suffering from such afflictions. Price $3 million used. Basic Instinct, directed by Paul Verhoeven, and the screenplay was written by Joyce Torres. The screenplay fetched an astonishing $3 million used. The story is an American erotic thriller starring Michael Douglas and Sharon Stone and revolves between an investigator in charge of investigating a series of murders and a thriller writer. It is considered to be a cult movie in erotic thriller segment. Medicine Man. Medicine Man was directed by John McTiernan and was written by Sally Robinson and Tom Schulman. The story revolves around biochemist Ray Crane, who is sent to the Amazonian rainforest by a pharmaceutical company to locate researcher Robert Campbell. Robert Campbell was abandoned by his wife as well as research partner. The movie version also boasted of some phenomenal music by Jerry Goldsmith. Panic Room. The screenplay of Panic Room was developed by David Koepp, and the movie was directed by David Fincher. Inspired by real news coverage of panic rooms, the movie revolves around a mother and daughter, whose home has been invaded by burglars. The Long Kiss Goodnight. The screenplay was developed by Shane Black, and the movie was directed by Rennie Harlin. The action thriller starred Geena Davis and Samuel L. Jackson. The story revolves around Samantha Kane, who is a mother and school teacher, whose past is unknown and mysterious. Talladega Nights. Adam McKay directed this movie, whose screenplay was written by him in collaboration with Will Ferrell. The story revolves around the life and achievement of Ricky Bobby and his ambition of becoming a successful NASCAR driver. Eurotrip. This is a teen adventure comedy directed by David Mandel, Alec Berg, Jeff Schaffer, and the screenplay was also written by them. The story is about an American teenager Scotty Thomas, who crisscrosses Europe searching for his German pen pal Mick. Price $5 million used. The movie Deja Vu was directed by Tony Scott, and the screenplay was developed by Bill Marsilio and Terry Rossio. The movie stars Denzel Washington, Paula Patton among others. The story has elements of a thriller, science fiction and romance. The main theme is about a net agent traveling back in time, in order to save a woman from being murdered. He also falls in love in the process. Finally, there are some other screenplays which have been sold for millions of dollars, and some could have been here in the list, but these films have also performed well in the box office also. But till date Deja Vu remains the most expensive screenplay with a price tag of $5 million used.